Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And if you remember, in the previous update about HBAR, I talked about a bullish possibility, suggesting from the lowest low we can have a 5-wave up into a wave 1, followed by that. This is a correction for wave 2, and I said if this is in play, we need to see a very strong move to come in soon in HBAR into wave 3 and 4 and 5. Now, I also promised that in the next update, I am going to talk about a potential bearish scenario that could be happening in this area, and I think we may have an ABC in form of an expanded flat in the last couple of weeks in HBAR, which looks like this. This is our initial move up into wave A, correction for wave B, which in this move we are going to take this low and then another move up into wave C, and in this phase we're going to take the height of our A leg, and for our sub waves we must have ABC up into A, ABC, or maybe a WXY down, doesn't really matter from my point of view, at least into wave B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up into our C leg. Now let's go on the live chart, see what is happening. So I still stand by what I said. To me, this can actually be an impulse on the upside, but pay attention to the move before that. I think there's a decent chance we are having in this region either an A, B, C zigzag, or maybe a WXY in form of a double zigzag. And in this area, let's zoom in more. Okay, I believe this might be an A, B, C on the upside. Now, on a higher degree, okay, these are the subwaves for, you know what, an A, B, C in form of an expanded flat. Now, what's the difference between this one and the scenario that we talked about in the previous HBAR update? The difference is this scenario suggests that in the short term, we may actually see another move down in order to take the lowest low down here about, let's say, 17.5 cents, and we may after it go for some more downward price action. But the bullish scenario suggests that we are actually not going to take this low, and from here we are going to get our bounce back. And I want to be very clear, one way or the other, the overall scenario in HBAR in the midterm, from my point of view, is very, very bullish. And I'm just in today's update talking about what is going to happen in like very, very short term. The question is, which of these scenarios is going to be my primary case? Unfortunately, I'm going to tell you based on what I'm seeing in the short term happening in HBAR, I'm going to say this thing right in here, which suggests we are having an ABC flat and we are going to have some more downward price action in the short term. It's going to be my primary scenario. And if I just zoom in more, okay, you can actually identify in terms of classic patterns. I'm not really sure if you like them, but if you do, a very clear cut triangle structure. This is the upper line for it, and this can be our lower line right in here. Now, what happens if we get a break of this pattern? At that point, we need to measure the height of our triangle from this point to about here and put it at our supposedly breaking point. Let's say we're going to break it in here. That will give you about a 15 to 16 cents HBAR, which I do think it can actually happen, especially because in the short term in this area, I'm not really seeing a strong upward momentum. So let's have a quick conclusion and wrap up today's update. In HBAR, we can be optimistic and say maybe this is a 1-2 scenario, but for me, I am going to consider that possibility. However, it's not going to be my primary case. In my primary scenario, I'm gonna say in HBAR, we are probably having in this phase an ABC expanded flat, and we may see one more move down in order to take the lowest low down here about 17.5 cents, and then I'm hoping that we get a very strong uptrend. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in HBAR. And until the next update, have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.